Good day viewers, welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, I hope you're feeling accomplished and motivated. Our lead story for today. Shadrack Sibiya is a criminal who works with Big Five Cartel. General Dumisani Khumalo provides evidence.
The Minister of Police felt that he must make me and General Cibia to find peace. Surely, there can never be peace between a criminal and the police officer.
Also the fact that in that particular meeting, you also kept quiet and you're being referred to as a criminal now. Do you know about any of this? You are the Deputy National Police Commissioner for Crime Detection, and all of this speaks to crime in this country, which is completely... We are hearing allegations against the top brass in this country, allegedly being involved in crime, having communication with syndicates, firearms which had been linked allegedly to the killing of people. You've got to say something to the people of this nation at this moment. Are you a criminal? He's referred to you. He said in that meeting that the police minister had organized at his premises, you didn't say anything in that meeting, and he basically said there can basically be no peace between a police officer and a criminal. That seems to have been suggested at you. Are you a criminal?
No, Cressida, I'm 37 years in this field. I've been doing this job, and many people, all the provinces know me. I've done my job throughout the country. I've served the people of South Africa.
The evidence is mounting, and the implications are staggering. Today, we're dissecting the explosive testimony of Lieutenant-General Dumisani Khumalo, head of crime intelligence, as he lays bare the alleged corrupt dealings of suspended Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya. Khumalo's presentation before the Madlanga Commission isn't just a series of accusations, it's a meticulously documented case linking Cibia directly to the Big Five cartel. From secret cash drops to hidden favors, the evidence suggests a pattern of criminal activity that could redefine our understanding of law enforcement in South Africa. Get ready for a deep dive into the documents, the testimonies, and the shocking truth behind this unfolding scandal. The story begins with Cibia's trusted subordinate, Sergeant F. Nkosi, who serves at the South African Police Service head office in Pretoria under Cibia's direct command. According to the details shared in the commission, Nkosi has been acting as a crucial link between Cibia and various criminal figures. Khumalo has described how Nkosi regularly collects cash payoffs from members of the Big Five cartel and other notorious individuals. This setup allows Cibia to maintain distance while reaping the benefits, turning a police officer into a courier for illicit funds. One of the most striking pieces of evidence involves a visit Nkosi made to the luxurious Sandhurst mansion of businessman Ketiso Molefe, who faces charges for orchestrating a serious crime. On November 27th of last year, security cameras captured Nkosi arriving just after 4 p.m. in an official white BMW assigned to Cibia's office. He spent under 10 minutes inside before emerging with a large white paper bag in hand, as Molefe escorted him back to the vehicle. The bag appeared light but contained something of value, suggesting it had been prepared in advance for quick pickup. Analysts have speculated on its contents, noting it could hold items like cash or other valuables that fit neatly without much weight. This incident ties directly into broader claims from a protected witness, referred to as Witness C, who has outlined Nkosi's role in handling bribes from multiple sources. The witness has pointed to payments from Molefe and another figure, Vusimuzikat Matlala, a tender businessman facing corruption and racketeering accusations. Matlala, identified as a member of the Big Five cartel, has allegedly funneled millions in cash to Cibia over several months, with Nkosi serving as the go-between. Specific instances include a delivery of 2 million rand to Cibia's Sandton home in January of this year, intended to fund a guest house property. In another case, Cibia reportedly directed Matlala to conceal 200,000 rand in a dustbin at his Pretoria office for later collection. Beyond cash, the exchanges have included extravagant gifts. Matlala has provided Cibia with 20 Impalas, along with additional millions in payments, as part of this ongoing arrangement. Investigators are now scrutinizing Matlala's bank accounts to track these financial trails, uncovering patterns that link back to the cartel. The timing of these events adds to the intrigue, Just 10 days after Nkosi's visit to Molefe's mansion, authorities arrested Molefe in a coordinated operation by the Heightened Crime Intelligence Operations and the Political Killings Task Team. However, this takedown faced significant hurdles, including interference from Hawks members, which has raised questions about internal sabotage. Further complicating the narrative is the discovery that the white BMW used by Nkosi lacked its required tracking device. This absence, either because it was never installed or had been deliberately removed, allowed the vehicle to move without oversight. The same car later appeared at Cibia's Pretoria residence during a search operation, strengthening the connections between these elements. Khumalo's evidence has also highlighted Cibia's association with Steward James Shadrack, a man with a lengthy criminal history. Shadrack, now 39, faced 34 charges between 2010 and 2012, mostly in KwaZulu-Natal, and was convicted on 18 of them. These convictions cover motor vehicle theft, carjacking, assault causing serious harm, common assault, and property damage. Despite this record, which spans an intense 2-year period, questions linger about the sentences he served, as the timeline seems unusually compressed. Ongoing probes are examining how someone with such a background could integrate into legitimate business, including directorships in companies like Surge Investments, where he partners with figures from reality television and film production in areas like Richards Bay and Empangeni. Shadrack's link to Cibia became evident during a raid on Cibia's Centurion home on October 9 of this year. Footage from outside the property shows Cibia approaching a white Toyota Hilux double-cab bakkie, entering the driver's side, and driving away. Investigations confirmed this vehicle belongs to Shadrack. More curiously, Shadrack has appeared alongside Cibia in official settings, including during Cibia's testimony before Parliament's ad hoc committee last month. There, Shadrack positioned himself behind Cibia, behaving in a manner that suggested he was providing close protection, despite not being employed by the police service. Commission members, including retired Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga and Commissioner Sandile Khumalo, sought clarification on this, noting the stark difference in Shadrack's appearance, from a heavily bearded figure in earlier images to a clean-shaven one in Parliament. Khumalo affirmed the identity through undisclosed methods but emphasized that Shadrack's actions mimicked those of a personal bodyguard, raising concerns about Cibia's choice of associates. This protection detail extends beyond the vehicle. During Cibia's parliamentary appearance, where he denied any rogue behavior, Shadrack remained close, prompting inquiries into whether he was privately hired or simply acting in that capacity. The ad hoc committee is probing broader accusations of criminal infiltration in the justice system, as raised by KwaZulu-Natal Police Chief Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Khumalo has captured images to document this relationship, finalizing links that tie Cibia to a convicted individual in sensitive government spaces. The interference in operations adds another layer of complexity. During the arrest at Molefe's home, an associate named Mtetwa is said to have alerted the Hawks, leading to their unexpected arrival and potential obstruction. Khumalo has described this as a clear attempt to derail justice, involving officers from the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, Johannesburg Metro Police Department, and Detective Services. Further, syndicates like the Big Five have reportedly recruited active police members as hitmen, blurring lines between law enforcement and crime. In related takedowns, including one at Matlala's property, individuals invoked Police Minister Senzo Mtunu's name to intimidate officers, claiming close ties to halt proceedings. Intelligence reports had warned of such connections months earlier, particularly with the Hawks Tactical Operations Section. A Johannesburg Metro Police officer, Johannes Mukatle, has admitted in an affidavit to tipping off Molefe by accessing vehicle information through police systems. These details reveal a sophisticated network where high-level police figures like Cibia allegedly collaborate with cartel members, using subordinates and ex-convicts to maintain operations. The Madlanga Commission, held at the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College in Pretoria and chaired by retired Justice Madlanga, continues to unpack these claims, with Khumalo set to testify further. As this unfolds, it challenges the integrity of South Africa's criminal justice system, exposing how power and crime can intertwine.
That was happening. We were also receiving more concrete intelligence that was talking to the kidnapping case. I gave the background maybe not in full, that investigation to be allocated to this team came as a result of a meeting that I was invited to by the National Commissioner with a victim. A victim, I mean people that are closer to the victim of kidnapping. It is during that meeting that they shared their wish and their uncomfortability about this particular kidnapping case being investigated within the office of the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant-General Sibiya, because according to them, their information was Mr. Matlala was involved in the kidnapping, and Mr. Matlala is very close to the Deputy National Commissioner. So it is during that meeting that the instruction, in some cases, if not all cases, in the SAPS we work with instructions, not requests, that the team, GCI Ops, must take over this investigation. So during the collection of intelligence as well as information, which also included a lot of digital forensic analysis in terms of video footages, that included a lot of call data analysis, because we had those experts that were there to assist in the Vereeniging case. Now that this case has been made part of this, they were also assisting. So the operation then was termed the search and questioning, because there was evidence, or not evidence, there was intelligence that was confirmed that the victim might be in those particular premises, and delaying that, as I referred to earlier on, that kidnapping is a life and limb situation. Your first objective is to rescue the victim unharmed.
When did you acquire that intelligence that the victim may be at these premises?
It was being acquired as the days were moving towards the 6th, but specifically between the 4th and the 5th, that's when then the information or intelligence was confirmed, which then prompted us to plan that operation so as then we achieve the main objective of rescuing the victim. And if I'm not mistaken, witness C testified a lot on the specifics that we had in terms of intelligence that day.
Okay. So you confirmed the intelligence on around the 4th, 5th, and you conducted the operation on the 6th. And then what happened when you arrived?
That will bring me to the third and the last part of interference, which again, according to my view, subscribes to the defeating the ends of justice. We had confirmed, as I've said, intelligence, and we we were not going to take a decision to have that operation if we did not check what we had against our standard operational procedures. Then the interference in the form of defeating the ends of justice in that second operation now comes in the interview that the team had with the subject of investigation, Mr. Matlala, who confirmed and even showed evidence that Sergeant Nkosi told me that you are coming. The first part of that was told me where the place where you were having the briefing. When we go for an operation, we'll have a staging area where we will brief, the final brief before we attend to the target. So the situation reports were going to Mr. Matlala as we are moving on with the operation. So which will be between an hour or 2 hours as we move on. So if you are given the concrete information that the team is having their briefing session in that place, and after that they are coming to your house, and then you have enough time to prepare. Hence, then when the team came, Mr. Matlala confirmed that he was expecting and waiting for them. Looking at that evidence and information.
Sorry, General Khumalo, you mentioned Officer Nkosi. I just want to confirm that that is not the same Nkosi that was giving evidence before the commission, I think yesterday. This is not the warrant officer. This is a Sergeant Nkosi.
That is correct, Commissioners. Maybe I was going to call this one a witness E, if that was the case. This is a Sergeant Nkosi, yes, who is a detective, yes, attached to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner, General Cibia.
And this is the Sergeant Nkosi that witness C has testified about?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And is this the same Sergeant Nkosi who had the bank card of Mr. Matlala that we saw in those WhatsApp pictures?
That is correct, Commissioners.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
I should think on the interference paragraphs that are moving from 112 of my affidavit to 124, that is talking to the interference, that I am holding the view of it being the defeating the ends of justice and obstruction. It was really a bad day for the team. We are not people that are happy with a 50% out of 100%. When we do our work, prepare, and we decide to go for a takedown, we want 100%. But the way what I referred to as interference in my affidavit made us not to achieve the 100% that we always strive for, more especially at our second operation then that is related to kidnapping.
Okay, so, and you say that because of this interference by Nkosi, which defeated your operation on that day. And is this, and I need you to just take this further. I want to understand how you fit the sergeant into the picture. You've said before that he is, he's close to General Sibiya.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Why do you say that?
I say he is close, firstly, because officially he is working from his office. And there is evidence that we are still going to lead that will confirm the closeness in terms of the resources that he is utilizing, the official resources that he is utilizing to further the objectives of the cartel instead of the objectives of SAPS to investigate crime as he is expected to do. Senior Counsel touched on the...
Should we do that? I mean, you say that we will still lead. Should we just get there? Let's get to that point, the evidence that you want to lead in relation to Sergeant Nkosi.
That is correct,
Okay.
Commissioners. We can get to that evidence. Through Sergeant Nkosi, that is linking the office of Lieutenant-General Cibia and the cartel. Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. And who is the person that we can see in the video that's exiting the white BMW?
The person that we see exiting the white BMW is a Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay, so that's...
He just arrived in the premises of Katisomulif on the 27th of November. So the vehicle that is projected there on the video, I think we are still going to see it much closer. It is the vehicle, it is an SAPS vehicle that is allocated to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection, Lieutenant-General Cibia. So that is the first link that one will explain with that. And there is a lot of, or maybe one has to, because when we get to that slide, we might have lots of questions. It is the policy of the South African Police Service to have all vehicles fitted with an internal tracking system, which is referred to as AVL, so as then we are able, especially during complaints, investigations, and our type of investigations, we are able then to have our work easily cut out.
Okay, can we go back to the beginning and pause it there? Okay, so now that we've seen it, we're just going to go back to the beginning, pause it, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. This part of the video, maybe if we can check the time, Mr. Sergeant Nkosi did not spend much time there. It was less than 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, the timestamp says 16:40, and the
Previous-
previous video was 16:31, so it's about 9 minutes.
Yeah. And then we noticed that when he was arriving, he did not have any bag with. So now this second video is showing, okay, maybe standing there, it's him and Mr. Katiso Molefe, who is then accompanying his visitor back to his car. And then we notice that the sergeant is now carrying a white paper bag. Unfortunately for us, it's not transparent, so as we can see what type of chocolate is in there, but he is having a bag that does not look like it's heavy, but it has got some contents. Then we'll use lots of analytical minds to check what is it that you can carry in such a carrier bag with value, but it's not that heavy. As then the picture is like he just came in to collect something that was already packed and waiting for pickup.
Okay. But you don't know what's in the bag, correct?
That's correct, commissioners. We're still trying to get the systems that will make us be able to see behind bags, the scanners through the system. But using our own analytical minds, we can see that he's carrying something that is not that heavy, but it's of value.
Okay.
And we can then look at chocolate, sweets, or whatever that you can put in that type of a bag, and you hold it dearly so on your right hand. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, and so, sorry, if you could just go to the end of that video, if you could just scroll it down to the end. Yes. Right, so that is Mr. Molefe who escorted him back to the vehicle.
Its allocation, which is reflected then indeed as the car being allocated in the office of on utilizing this system was to using the tracking system, only to get the report from the system managers that the vehicle movement tracking unit, like a normal tracker, is not installed in the car. It's either it was never installed, but the information about the car is on the system. It's either was not installed or was installed and removed some time. So that is the investigation part that is still ongoing, because if it was installed before, it needs a reversal on the system until you get to a date when it was still recording the movements.
First of all, can you confirm that this is Mr. Sibiya's house?
Yes, commissioners, we can confirm that it is Lieutenant-General Sibiya's gate to the house, to the premises.
Okay. And there are 3 individuals in the video. Can you describe, do you know who they are, and can you tell the Commission, starting with the figure in the black pants?
The figure in black pants on the right, it is the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant-General Cibia, and then the figure following him on a black shirt poses like a close protector that we have not fully identified, the same as the other gentleman then that is remaining behind.
Okay, so then can we turn to CJC 32, it's page 16. And can you describe what we see in that picture?
On the picture is the day the Deputy National Commissioner was appearing in the ad hoc committee with the same gentleman, owner of the car, acting like his close protector in the highest offices of government for 2 days. We then captured that so as then we can finalize our link and relationship.
With all that General Dumisani Khumalo has revealed, what do you think should be done to General Shadrack Sibiya? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this news bulletin. Please share your opinion in the comments section. We would be glad to read and respond to your comments. Let's meet again tomorrow in our next strange story. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday.